our nomination form for our officer positions for the next 6 months. There are 7 roles that need filled. On the one side, we have the actual list of or spots to submit names. You can submit multiple names for any one position. The other side is the current list of members of the club, as well as descriptions of all the positions. There are asterisks next to 2.
Yeah.
One is Elaine Gibbons, who is still out on medical leave, I guess we would say. And one next to myself, because I'm your area director, I really can't hold an officer position in the club while I'm also serving as an officer to multiple clubs. I guess while I'm up here, does anybody have any questions about those roles? I mean, obviously there is a brief description about what each of them do, but let me take the opportunity to throw it out to the room. Does anybody have any questions about what exactly the president or the treasurer, et cetera, is responsible for? All right.
How hard are these roles, and why should I take one?
They're absolutely horrendous. I'm just kidding. Let me go to the second half of that question first. Why should you take one? Every one of us is constantly working on our competent leadership book. Even if you've already completed it, you know what? Start on it all over again. When it comes to the leadership program of Toastmasters, there are only 2 levels to the advanced leadership portion. There's advanced leader bronze and advanced leader silver, and that's it. Advanced leader silver, one of the things you can do is hold an area level or what they consider a district level position. That could be as an area director, as a division director, as the district director, or one of the assistant district directors. Okay, so those functions, those titles, all relate to the advanced leader silver. To get your advanced leader bronze, you have to have held a club officer position, and I believe, I'm trying to think for competent leadership, if you also need. I don't think you need to hold it for competent leadership. I think that's only a functionary position. But it's a key step in the advancement process through the program. So that is one of the reasons why you should consider taking on an officer position. The other reason is it is a growth opportunity. I've mentioned it here in the club. I've mentioned it in the club talking about Boy Scouts, in Boy Scouts, even at work. It is okay to fail. The catch is you really want to control where you're going to fail at and when. Okay? So if you fail in your job, that can have long-lasting and financial repercussions. It's better if you have an opportunity in a club level, in an organization, nonprofit, or etc., to try something new, to try and grow yourself. And if you fail, that's okay, because this is a constructive environment. You have a team of people that are there to help you. When you're in a work environment, it is usually more competitive. The bosses are usually less forgiving. whereas in Toastmasters, we here are a club. We are here to support each other. Obviously, some of us have better bosses than others. Janice was a very good boss in her own right here at Verizon. However, even being a good boss, if you had somebody who failed too badly, you would be forced to take some sort of action at some point. Okay? So better to learn new things, try new things, grow yourself in an environment like this that is totally supportive.
Totally agree.
Okay. Now, as far as how tough are these roles, why would you want to submit yourself to them? Well, they're really not that tough, depending on what the role is. Most of the roles build one upon the other. The Sergeant-at-Arms, for instance, their main responsibility is having this room, getting everything ready for this room, everything that we need for a meeting. Ideally, if they are an employee, they can also be responsible for the sign-in sheet to make sure everybody has access to this room. If they're not an employee, they simply just need to rely on an employee to get that done for them. Sure. So they can be responsible for that sign-up sheet for making sure it gets done. They just need to find somebody else to do that. One of the other roles is secretary. Main function there is taking notes during this meeting, taking notes during the officers' meetings, helping with communications, which leads to the next position, which is public relations. That's all about communication. It's all about getting the word out, having meetups, the club website, Facebook, LinkedIn, etc. Trying to get information out there to let other people who aren't in the club know about the club, let the rest of our Toastmasters area, division, and district know about our club, help spread the word, and that in turn then helps the next person, which is your VP of membership. Your VP of membership, Eric's currently our VP of membership, doing fantastic, because every time I know a new person comes in, you're right over there by the, at least by the end of the meeting, you're like, hey, my name's Eric, and you've got information for them, which is fantastic. And that's that role. It's primarily trying to get more people signed up, or when they show up, getting them signed up, as well as once you're in, keeping in touch with them, keeping them involved. It's one of the things actually I think we probably need to work on is we've got a whole lot of placards there for people who aren't showing up to meetings. We need to find out what's happening with them, see if we can get them back, or at least figure out if there's a timetable that they have. Okay, the next one, and I actually sort of skipped one before that I want to slip in here, is treasurer. The treasurer is responsible for the money coming in and out of the club. But honestly, we don't have a lot of money coming in and out of the club. Twice a year, right? Dues. Usually in March and in September. Or technically probably like February and August or something to that effect. But the idea is twice a year that job's really busy. Other than that, not really a lot to do. So that secretary, sergeant at arms are great positions to start to test the waters in. The next two are probably the toughest, VP of education. Their whole goal is program. Competent communicators, advanced communicators, competent leadership, advanced leadership. Working with VP of membership, hey, do we have everything finding out who we have, are they advancing, do they need a mentor? Here's other opportunities. Getting the club to learn and find out new things. Pushing the TLIs, which is something that is going to be important for all the officers, the Toastmasters Leadership Institutes, going to conferences, any other opportunity you have, and actually even including contests, because it's all about the program. And the last one, of course, is president. Arnie's currently our president. As president, you're responsible for everybody. And I like that term best. You're responsible for everybody, not for everything, because there's no way that one person is going to be able to manage everything that the club needs. But you're responsible for everybody, and it's that way you get everybody to help get all those things done. Does anybody have anything else they would like to say or add about the officer positions?
Did you say that there's a list somewhere of the existing officers?
Yes, actually, if you go to the club website, telecompark.toastmastersclubs.org, you go out there and you go under the private member directory. Once you log in, you go to private member directory. It will list everybody. The first 7 are our current officers. The first 7 are our current officers. What? Well, 6. But anyway, there should be 7. The first 7 should be our current officers. How about that?
I don't think that's public relations. Are we missing them?
Were they? No. Talking about on the club website.
Oh.
Yeah, on the club website. So what Arnie was asking is, by the time you leave the meeting, take a look at the names on this side. Hopefully you recognize a lot of them. You may not, and that's okay. But of the names you do recognize, fill out on the other side what role you think that they would be best suited for. And please consider yourself in that process about what position you think you would be best suited for. Wait,
And I think at this point, for the purpose of this sheet, I'm more interested in those that are volunteering themselves and would like to have that information up front. And then we will take that, process that this week and publish a list of the nominations to vote on next week. But this is more for your personal volunteering, or go to the person next to you and twist their arm a little bit and say, hey, you make a good vice president of education, do that. and I'll put your name in for nomination.
So you don't want us to put names in without speaking to the person because you
Well,
have to follow up with them?
you can nominate them.
You can nominate
That's-
somebody
that-
for any reason.
Right, and that would be my responsibility to follow up with them to
Yeah.
see, do you accept this nomination?
So yes, you can put random names.
Right. Well, not random.
Hard,
Don't put like.
I would
Charlie
prefer
Brown
that
or
to be
something.
random, but for some logical reason,
Right.
hey, that person would be a
Yes. All right, Janice.
Okay, I just want to let you know that after probably January, I'll probably move on to another club, so.
Aww.
Oh,
It's just, this is a 3-hour trap for me to come here. And
Wow.
I love it.
Oh,
I
you
get
have
to
all
make
day.
sense.
You're like, you know.
It's like a Saturday, right?
Every day is Saturday. You're right.
That's right. Thanks,
And just take that into
So I
consideration.
think Luke should be president next time.
bam.
Exactly. Exactly.
I know that you guys wouldn't nominate me, but I know somebody might.
Well, and think about that for everybody who's here. Think about what your strengths are. Think about your experience in the club to date. You know, is there something that you've seen that you're like, hey, I could do that, or maybe, hey, there's something I've seen that I think could be done better. You know, do you think you could do that better? Do you think somebody else could do that better? Do you see an opportunity? I had one time at a summer camp that the camp director said, I do not take complaints. I will take volunteers though.
Ha ha ha.
If you see something that you think is wrong, that needs change, that could be improved, please step forward and tell me what you can do to make that better.
There you go.
The same goes with the officer role positions. If you see an opportunity, go ahead and take it. Go ahead and make that an opportunity for you. Okay. With that, then.